Guess we won't be doing anything outside today. Welcome to my channel. My name's Brian. So, since our outside plans have pretty much been foiled, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go in the kitchen and we're going to make some Brunswick Stew. So, hope you enjoy this video. So I moved to the state about 23 years ago and I had never heard of Brunswick Stew, but first time I tried it, I liked it. Liked it enough to make it anyway. So there's plenty of recipes online for this. This is going to be my version of it. Kind of a little bit of everything. The main use for this is I did a pulled pork Boston butt last weekend and I have that much left over. And typically we'll freeze that and then throw it away out of the freezer a year later. So I like to use it now before I go down that path of discarding it. So this is a good use for any leftovers. I've seen some recipes that use chicken or even beef, but here we're using pulled pork. So we're going to start dicing up celery and an onion, and we'll chop up some potatoes too and some garlic. I like this knife better. Large Dutch oven on the stove. Turn that on about medium. And I don't know, about a tablespoon of olive oil. You don't need a jug this big, but it's what we have. Another reason I'm doing this today, another part of my thought process is here in North Carolina, we seem to lose power every time it snows. So if I start on the stove and lose power, I can put it on the grill and finish it on the grill, on the gas grill outside. Go ahead and add celery and onion and let that start to cook. Normally I would just use minced garlic out of a jar, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. There must be a pandemic shortage of that going on too. So we'll go old school with manually cut, chopped up garlic. Can't get this damn peel off. That's why I like the prepared stuff. Although this likely has better flavor. Doesn't quite seem like enough. I'll do a couple more cloves. Now for the garlic. All right, that garlic's browned for a few minutes. Now a couple cans of diced tomatoes. Use what you have. These are fire roasted. These are just plain old. Two diced up potatoes. Might be a bit much, but we'll add a little more liquid if needed. You could likely use red potatoes, even with the peels on them. But this is what I had, so we'll use them up. I'm gonna add a little chicken stock. My version is water and bouillon cubes, so we'll throw about 3 chicken bouillon cubes in here. And we'll start with about a cup of water. go ahead and let that simmer for a while and kind of pre-cook those potatoes. Okay, now that that's cooked a little while, simmered a little bit, go ahead and add our pulled pork. I was tempted to put some chicken in here too. I've seen that in recipes, although I've never had it. But I figured this was probably maybe even a little too much pork. Turn that down to low, as low as it'll go anyway, and let that simmer for a little bit. Okay, that's blended in there pretty well now. Now for some tiny butter beans. I was looking for frozen lima beans, but pandemic must have got them too, as with frozen corn, so we're gonna use it out of the can. Now about a cup of ketchup. A little bit of barbecue sauce. This is all I had. There was already barbecue sauce on the pork, so I don't need to go crazy with this. Some Worcestershire, however you say it, sauce. Stuff with the bag on it. Throw in a little hot sauce for good measure. Salt, pepper. A few red pepper flakes. I've seen a few recipes online. They talk about taking a whole bell pepper, sticking it in the middle and cooking it just like that. So we'll give that a shot. So we should be done messing with this for a while. We'll let it sit here on low heat for a couple hours. This has been simmering for probably 4 hours. So I'm going to pull this pepper out. This is the first time I've made it this way. Recipes I saw said you could either discard it or chop it up and put it back in. I think we're going to do the latter. The beauty of this too is you can pretty much add what you want. So I'm going to add some okra. I'll probably let them cook a little bit, and then I'll go and cut the stems off. What the hell? I cut some of the stems off, but they shot across the room because these are still frozen. Or we'll just leave them on, who knows. So the stew is pretty much done. It's actually off right now. To go with it, we're going to make hush puppies. We'll see how this goes. This is just a recipe I found online. I have peanut oil in here at about 365. That's actually the peanut oil from our Thanksgiving turkey. So we'll let that roll for a minute. Probably do this in 2 batches. And I saw something that said to kind of roll them over so they get equally done if they don't roll over on their own. Probably need to work on making them a little more round. They kind of look like sea creatures. They'll taste good. And there's the second batch. Those look a little more like they should. This is honestly the second time I've made these. It looks more like a drumstick. Throw an ugly hush puppy or 2 in there. And there you go. Brunswick Stew and hush puppies. Thanks for watching.